super broke in the back over here. Frost smoke's coming on. Must be wide open.
I think it's coming out of this hole right here in this hole.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the big ass hole right there.
Yeah. So we got a hole in the header, so I'm gonna have to pull this headers off real quick just to gotta go get them welded up. So at least we got to fire it up. Everything's good, so we'll be down for a couple hours, but we'll get this back up and running. I did it. I was out running another car. This bitch ain't been doing shit but sitting inside the shop. Tell him, like.
Let's go race car. That header been laying around broken since the last time you're on.
It's been on the car since then.
So it says lock it breaking.
Car been set and says October. We need to tear the motor down 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that was shit. I told Cameron my new header, so he's building me like a square block or whatever to weld on it, and then weld the bone to that. Don't weld it straight to the head. Life of having a race car.
That's a life full of happiness, right?
Yeah. Right there. It's all broke around. These are the old headers, 2 years, had a lot of explosions, a wreck, all kinds of Miller, where's the Dingus trailer at?
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, I could. It's not gonna look very nice.
It's just got a hole in it. Not. See, I don't really know anybody out here class racing no more. I run MPK and all that, so it's hard to get people to help. They're like, who the is this guy? I got this one big area, and then I got one area that's starting to go. I just go ahead, wow, I got it all. It's up in the corner up here. Okay. Almost at it. Real pro mod team.
Mr. Swanstrom, how are you, sir?
Real pro mod team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I just want to let you know you're looking pretty good.
I'm losing weight,
slim.
good.
I'm impressed.
I need another 20 off before the first race.
So finally about ready?
Yeah, after long process. I'm tired, I'm exhausted. Hopefully this thing just goes down the track and don't fight us. If it does that, I'll feel better.
Could be worse, it could still not be starting.
Yeah, could be doing that. Said it's all you. So well, you and Justin can work that out. He said you're not setting the brake. He said when you went in, you just barely pushed on the brake and went straight to the throttle. He said you can't do that. He said it's going to do exactly what it's doing. He said you have to set the brake, then hit the training brake, then walk the throttle. He said you didn't do that, and he said that's why it pushed to the beam. And he says you ain't got it in neutral when you tried to clean it out.
Yes, I do.
But so, if he says it ain't, this is what he said. He said he don't.
I got a camera in the car, so
just get it. Just relax. He said something. It may be in gear or something, and not coming out of gear. But listen to me. He said it doesn't wrap the throttles when we whop it on the stand. He said why would it wrap the tires out here? He said when we got on the stand, you agree with me? We wrap the throttle. It don't do that, right?
We don't know because it's up in the air.
But the tires will go whoa.
But it ain't nothing. That's why I told him. Okay, we'll take it to the pits. I told him put it on the ground. Let's walk the throttle on the ground. The exhaust, the car wants. I will leave this neutral and this will idle fucking 20 miles an hour if I want it to. That's what I said.
He says he don't think, but it
can't go into gear.
But listen, it like set the. I mean, it like tried to launch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, but how Liberty works? It can only it's in forks. It's either in gear, or it's not in gear. It's not like it can't stuck between gears.
No, he's saying it's in gear.
It can't be.
This pin came out, guys. I don't know where it was.
Oh, that's the pin to the.
I saw it on
bar
the track.
for the valve cover.
Either way, y'all can work it out.
Oh. That's what I tried to tell him about the whole brake deal. So when I tried to walk the throttle, because I told him, I said, hey, I want you to check my brakes. Well, I hear it, and he was there. He's like, you got good brake pressure. I said, I get that. When I'm out there on the starting line, my floor is against the fucking firewall. That's why I pointed the camera how it is. You're going to see everything that I see inside the car. Okay. But what did it do?
Well, you rolled the beam. You can't tell. That means it started the beams
You know what I mean? It was 118 60 foot. I mean, granted, it went better than that.
My deal.
And it went better in 284 to the 330, but you can't go by this ticket because you rolled through the bins and then took off.
Mine says 970, 259.
Yeah. I mean, it looked good, to be honest with you.
See that button right there?
Yeah.
That is a button that engages this thing to go into gear. When I hit that button up, it allows to send the signal. When I hit the trans brake, I go into first gear. If at any point I hit that button off, it kicks the thing in neutral, shuts all lights off. Okay. So I'm coming forward up on leaf, you'll see. For me to get in neutral, I have to kick it down. You see the light, well, my headphones away, but see how the light's on?
Yeah.
When I kick it in neutral, boom, there is no more gear. It is done. Now I sit there.
But is it coming out of gear though?
It can't. It's a fork setup. It's not like a 400. The way I was taught with literally, I mean, it has to be in gear. The fucking fork has to come out. It has to put it in gear.
So see right there, that motherfucker's in gear right there.
If it was in gear, then it would go. And that's why I try telling. I'm telling them, it's not in gear. Y'all got to get it out of your head that it's in gear. If y'all want to prove a theory, we'll set the bitch on the ground and I'll get off the brake and that motherfucker will idle and just roll forward because of the way the exhaust are pointing back.
Can you not hold the brakes?
Maybe not on this deal. I don't know. I told Lee, look, my foot's to the fucking floor. I'm at fucking 1300 PSI on the brake pressure. I can't give no more brakes. So what I think I'm going to do now is instead of whopping the throttle, I'm just going to bring the motor up and clear it out and then that's it. It is what it is. Now,
don't matter. What's going to happen in the starting line? Same thing's happening.
Okay.
It's not holding.
But it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Well, I can tell you the training brake's not holding. Trans brake, what? Something's wrong in that unit. That's what I'm saying. The trans brake's not holding. You push on the training brake, that car shouldn't move, correct? Don't it have a training brake?
Lee says it will move. Lee says if you hold the training brake, you can be able to roll the tire. I said you can't, but he says it will. That's why he had to put the line lock pressure deal in there.
Well, something's not right. I can tell you that.
He'll come over and look at it. But I'm just saying, for me inside the car, I make enough passes. I don't do nothing different. So we just got done making our first lick. Everything worked. We're having one little issue right now. When I went on the trans brake, the car started rolling forward and it's not supposed to do that. Once I hit the trans brake and I set the brake at the tree, it should hold the car. So it didn't 60 foot what it was supposed to, but that's only because it rolled through the beams. But I went ahead and let go of the button. I was able to make a 330 hit. We're back on track. We're gonna figure everything out. Dad's going through the valves right now, just making sure that's all good. I'm gonna go over the whole entire car, check it all over, do everything we need to do, and then we'll be able to go out and make a second pass here in a little bit.
So when you pulled up when you went to rev it up, it's in gear.
What's not in gear?
Hang on, we'll find out right now. I ain't arguing.
The only reason why you can't, because I put a video camera, because I told everybody's telling me it keeps in gear. I put a camera on the gear. The switch puts it in neutral.
Yeah. The switch does not pull the dog out. Yes, you have to make sure you should let off the brake, and if the car doesn't move and you let off the brake and it's in neutral, right?
That's why I agree, but I tried telling him, if I let off the brake, it's going to idle and roll forward.
It's in gear. The only way to get a Liberty in neutral, turn the switch off, let off the brake, hit the trans brake. That's what takes it out of gear. The dog is twisted in. The only way it can work is if you grab that input shaft and it spins it out.
That makes sense. So then how does it take it out when I do a burnout? Or after a burnout?
You cut it off and hit the trans brake and put it in reverse. It's in gear.
So then what do I need to do out there so this will stop the trans brake?
When you cut this off,
like when I pull up to you. Okay, I pull up to you.
And make sure you do it before you put it in reverse, because you'll get it. To save yourself trouble, when you stop your burnout,
yes,
let off the brake, make sure the car don't try to drive off. Right?
Okay. Yes.
Because I can hear it's in gear. If it doesn't try to like drive off, it's out of gear. Put it in reverse. Match trans brake, pull in reverse, you're good.
Yep.
Reverse is easy because it's either in or out.
Yes.
And it'll push itself out of reverse.
Yep.
But when you pull forward,
pull up to you.
So basically, if you're going to back up and pull up, once you back up and you put it in gear and you let it bump in gear, cut the switch back off. And then when he tells you to stop, bump the trans brake and it'll roll. Okay. If you don't hit the trans brake the second time, it never comes out of gear. It can't.
Doing that.
Well,
I don't do that.
Right. As soon as you hit the gas, I knew it was in gear.
Okay. He said he could hear the motor not change.
Yeah, like you hear the motor free up. And like when we revved it up here on the jack, and I'm gonna double check to make sure
it don't go nowhere.
The data probably filled up and just happened to empty on the run because it had 20 seconds. Remember one time we dealt with that somewhere else and we fixed it? It was all from old stuff. So I fixed that. So we're gonna start it up real quick, make sure it don't turn the tires, and if it don't turn the tires, we're going back up there.
When I come forward to you, so when I come back, after I'm in reverse, as I'm coming back to my dad, when he tells me to stop, I go ahead and throw it in neutral. I just shove this back in neutral. So when he goes, he likes me to pull forward to the line, then he sets the bar. So all I do is I flip my switch, I hit my trans brake, throw it in first gear, and I roll forward to you. That's what I was doing. And then usually how I do it is if I just flip this and it shuts that off. But you're saying it's hanging in
It'll
fourth?
shut it off, but it won't pull it out of gear.
So then how do I get out of gear?
Let off the brake and bump the trans brake. So watch Halsey. Halsey's really good at it. You don't hardly ever see him do it. You gotta like off the brake and then hit the trans brake. Remember, the trans brake doesn't stop the car. The only thing it does is stop the input shaft. There's nothing with the trans brake that'll stop the car.
So I just need to hit the trans brake to release.
And you'll feel it. You should hear the motor.
Well, and then like I told you, the Pro Charger setup, I've never walked the throttle. So that's why I was probably always able to hold it.
Always in gear.
It was always in gear.
So if you can't rev the motor up and it not pull the car, it's in gear.
Okay. And at that rate, I can just tap the trans brake and then let off the brake, and it's on forward.
Correct. If you're holding the brake and trying to think they'll never come out of gear.
But you have to be off the brake.
You gotta like off the brake, bump the trans brake. That lets it come out. Because if the car don't roll, it can't come out of gear. You know what I'm saying?
So I'll do that as I roll up to you then. It'll be the easiest way for me to do it, just to go ahead and do it and get it out of the way. And then that or Brian, whoever, they usually stop me about a foot away.
You gotta make sure you do it after your burnout. Like if you let off the gas after your burnout.
Which, and I do, so I understand what you're saying now. So so after I do my burnout, I flip my switch down. Before you come to a stop?
Yeah, right after I get off.
So as soon as that's why it doesn't get hung in gear.
Well, the reason, what I was saying, so I flip that down, and before I pull my lever back, I go ahead and hit my trans brake one time. I just touch it.
But if by chance you hit this odd scenario, you stopped in a hurry or something, if it was still in first gear, you pulled it in reverse, you're fucked. You're not. You gotta shut the car off.
Yeah.
So always make sure, like, if you watch Halsey do it, you can't even tell he puts his car out of gear, but he's done it. That's all he drives, right? But like, you start with it in gear. Once you do your burnout, you hit the switch, you bump the trans brake, it'll be completely out of gear.
So hitting the trans brake won't lock the tires, or?
You can't.
Okay.
Don't do anything. All right, I'll show you. So turn your power on.
It's over there.
What's that?
It's not my day to argue.
How do you put it in gear?
There. Hit that, and then trans brake.
All right,
It's in
so
gear right now.
In gear. All right, now roll that back tire.
Yes, no?
All right, so now roll it backwards. All right, now if you match the trans brake, it still rolls. That doesn't stop it. It's just a dog that clicks in and out. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
So that's why the line lock has to work.
All right. So then, well, and then how I always thought was
So
hit that, and then
turn on.
there.
Turn on again.
What y'all do with the pin on this side?
All right, so
that's
even
in
though
gear.
this, all right, so
I got the pin that was on the one.
now if it's in gear like the motor's on a low,
Small one.
it'll hold it there. It won't release it. Once you roll up, bump the trans brake, it'll come off.
Both pins were in right
But
here.
but you know you know what it sounds like.
I agree.
If you don't bump the throttle, like if you bump the throttle and it's lunging, it's in gear.
And I said the same thing, but I just, as I told him, I just
You never read
the Pro Charger. I always just held the brake, and I always thought that the motherfucking zoomies would push me forward.
What's the back pin?
That must be a 300 psi side. So that's why it's not holding the trans brake.
I would go.
Trans brake don't activate. The electronic to the port on the side of the quick drive activates. So that's why it was supposed to mix up. Like he said, you can hit the trans brake right now and still spin the tire. Alright, I didn't do that.
Rebar and all that stuff.
So you actually hold the car with your foot that way.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
When you hit the trans brake, that ain't locking the car
Oh,
out.
the clutches inside the quick drive is what holds the car.
Yeah.
Did he get it all fixed?
Yeah, he
Okay.
wanted to go get a
Well, I'll
gauge
look
or
at it
something to
tomorrow.
check
I'll
it.
get with you on it.
And we'll be ready.
Yes, sir.
So,
Does it have a regulator on?
and then I guess I'll just figure out the whole getting it out of here or whatever.
Does it stand hung up in gear? He hasn't ran this setup in a long time. Just gotta get back used to it again. I'm gonna be honest with you though, we'll see how this thing runs, but I mean, if that thing ran through there like that, unlocked, that's pretty fast. But see, the screw is a whole lot different than that Pro Charger did. You're able to rev this thing on up and it'll help couple up that converter. Was it hitting the gears? See, I didn't get to see the data. How fast was it banging?
Well, that's how I knew. I didn't know the. They didn't lock the motor down. It just went up high. It started smacking through gears.
Well, we're not going to lock it up. We're
No, I know.
Like it is. If we have to, we'll make some changes to tighten it up. But
But at that time, it just went through. I mean, I made it.
But it should go.
I made it the fourth gear.
Oh yeah. It's pretty good ways on out there, but I'm telling you, it looked good. I'm not gonna lie, it looked good. Looked like it got on out there pretty quick.
We'll make sure it's at the right pressure before we go up there again. Look like it is.
You want me to try to get this out?
No, okay, I'll do it. We call this preparation, Justin. Proper preparation.
All right, guys. So we got everything ready. We've changed some stuff. The car lunged on us on the starting line. We think we found out the reason why. So we're gonna go up there. We're gonna make one more hit while we're down here testing and see where it goes.
You was right, motherfucker.
Barely wrong.
I'm gonna have to cook you some dinner now, bitch.
Good job.
Thank you, man.
You must have hit a rev limit or something. I got off the probably. It's like I went through the gears so fast, and then it
probably
started hitting a rev limit.
I cooled down on. Did you make it to the 330?
Yeah.
I thought you did, yeah.
Yeah, you went to like almost 500 foot.
It's
it looked
good
like.
though, man. I mean, I'm surprised that thing got up out of there like that.
It took me a few times because it was.
What you got?
But then I felt it because then I felt while I let off the brake, the car would just sit there. It would hold.
Yep.
So I understand what you're saying now.
I used to have to, even with the Pro Charger, I would have to go through a little launch retard right there where the lockup was coming on. Take a little timing out of it sometimes too.
Did it try to haze the tires, Bill?
No. It shook.
It rattled.
It rattled, but it was going through it. I mean, it wasn't nothing bad.
All right, guys, so we just made our pass 2. As you've seen it, I got out of the throttle, went 398 or something like that, at like 160 mile an hour. So we have a lot to play with. We're gonna keep making laps. Finally, we got everything, I think, to work. I was able to whop the throttle while it didn't move. That's a plus. I was able to get on the trans brake. It did push through the starting line, so that's a plus there. we'll just keep playing around with it. So it's doing good so far. I'm happy with it. We're gonna try to keep making licks and see how fast we can get this combo to go with the 5-speed Liberty up inside her. I'm extremely tired. We're making our 3rd pass of the day, so we'll see how it goes down. We're only gonna make another 330 hit. We're just trying to figure stuff out, trying to run a little bit harder down low. We did go 960, 260 flat, so if we can run a little bit faster than that on this pass, we'll be progressing. Car did go out there. I felt like it shook the tires a little bit. According to the data, it did shake a little bit, but we drove through it. So this is our final pass of the night. We will be back out testing again, either the next day or the day after that. I haven't figured that out yet, but we're in the right direction. We got everything working on the car. Everything seems to be doing good. We just need to go out there and put laps in. And I need to get some seat time. It's been a while since I've been back in the car, but I was happy with it. It felt smooth, it felt fast. We're gonna keep on putting laps on it and see if we can go faster and faster each run.
What at 330? 262. It slowed down 2 numbers to the 330. I probably hit the 330 on the back tire. Right?
No. I mean, it pulled up. It set it right back down. It wasn't that aggressive.
Car there.
No, you just ain't ran in a long time, right?
I got it. But I also pedaled the throttle because it was starting to shake the tires. Shaking the tires at the beginning. When I felt the last pass, I did it worse there. So I backed off. I got back in. So that's probably why I swiped off the bat into the middle. Alright guys, so it is day 2 here, but according to yesterday, we did end off pretty good. We went at 386, 201 mile an hour. We are still fighting a couple little issues. This being a no prep car coming out here to a prep track, it was trying to carry the wheels out there, and it kind of hazed the tires. So we're gonna make a 4-lane change. We're gonna move some weight around in the car. We're gonna try to see if we can get the car to work better for this track. Yesterday's test session, I will say, was a plus. I feel like we did well. We did go in 86. I know the car could go faster. So Dad and Lee, they're just gonna keep playing with it. We're gonna see what we can do with this thing. But if y'all haven't done it already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn that bell notification on. Everybody keep dropping comments. We're trying to put as much content out as we can this year. My goal is to try to hit 100,000 subscribers, and we are growing, but I can't do it without y'all. So thank y'all for watching the videos. Thank y'all for dropping comments, giving us likes. I just want to let y'all know I love y'all, and I'll see y'all at the next video.